How to do market research, one of the most undervalued skills that's not talked about in the online space, that provides the highest impact in the success of your ads because it allows you to understand your consumer to a point to where basically you can, whatever you say, they resonate with, and actually at the end of the day buy your product. So today I'm going through kind of my simple guide to market research, a few places to do market research, why it's important, a few things to look for, and also too just like how often to do market research as well. If you're asking yourself, why am I credible to be teaching this type of things? I run a Facebook ads advertising agency, done over $50 million in online revenue specifically from Facebook ads for my clients. And I also coach a few students. So if you're interested in either me running your Facebook ads or coaching, click the links below. I have one that says have Nick Theriot run your ads, and another one that says have Nick Theriot mentor you. Before we get started, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And let's dive into the video. So how to do market research. First off, the goal is to persuade someone, to motivate someone, to sell someone. You really need to understand that person. You need to be able to understand people to a point of, hey, I literally can like listen to your thoughts right now. Okay. You need to have the same conversations as a marketer as they're having conversations in their head. You need to be able to understand someone better than they understand themselves. Now, what are you looking to understand? That's a key thing right there. These are a few things that we like to look into, and that's their belief system. Basically, what beliefs do they have that they leverage to make decisions down the road? What are their main desires? Do you have a desire to get rich, desire to get healthy, desire to get a six-pack, desire to get a beautiful girlfriend? Like, what are their specific desires? What's their identity? Who they are right now, and who are they looking to become? That's another big thing right there. Have they tried other products before yours? What are similar products being marketed to them? So, let's say, for example, similar products would be like Facebook ads, Google ads, email marketing. Have they tried other products before yours? Maybe they worked with other Facebook ad agencies before they work with mine. Okay, just using my service as an example. So, desires. What motivates your prospect? What is the main motivator that's moving them to purchase your product? Or just in general, what is that main motivator that we can use to position your product in front of them? Okay, your objective is to understand your consumer and desires they have. These are a few examples: the desire to be rich, desire to be well-spoken, desire to have a six-pack, desire to get a girl's attention, desire to have a bigger house, desire to get better with Facebook ads, desire to get ripped in the gym, desire to be, for me right now, I have a desire to be a better boxer right now, as I've been in boxing now for about 1.5 years and I've been really loving it. So just a little bit about me. Those are things, desires right there that motivate people. When I had a desire to start getting into boxing, guess what? I switched gyms to a gym that has boxing. Then I had a new desire, and that was the desire to get better at boxing. Okay. And what I do, I hired a coach. Okay. So you have different desires, and your objective is to learn those desires from your consumer. Now, beliefs. Okay. This is a really advanced topic right here. I'm not going to lie. Belief system is really important to understand but it is high level. Okay. And basically is how your prospect makes decisions based on beliefs they already have. Okay. And obviously your objective is to understand your consumer and the beliefs they have around your product or industry. Okay. I'll give you guys 2 examples really quick. So one of our clients, we're selling ambulance insurance. That's basically all I can say. Okay. We're selling ambulance insurance. Okay. You call an ambulance, you have this insurance, you don't pay a dime. Okay. Well, when we tell people that, their first belief is, and I'm talking about the USA because other countries have different healthcare systems, so it won't be the same. But in the USA, you have about a 50% chance that ambulance bill you're gonna have to pay, and this could be anywhere from $1,000 to $100,000. Okay, huge ass bill. Okay, so in this particular case, you have a 50% chance that you have to pay it or your health insurance will pay it. Okay. For us, we identified that majority of people did not know that their health insurance wouldn't cover it. Okay. So when we just say, hey, you call an ambulance, you don't pay a dime on our watch. Now, the problem with this is that a lot of the consumers were like, well, my health insurance will cover it. they're providing an objection and also a belief right there. Okay, so we're understanding that their belief of the health insurance will cover it. So what we have to do is we have to first acknowledge that in the ad before we presented the problem. Hey, this is a huge problem in health insurance. They don't cover ambulances. And we provided proof on that, so that way people could actually validate for themselves. Then we articulated the problem and the solution around ambulance insurance. So we had to overcome a specific belief they had already. Another one, it's your whole life, your parents have been telling you that getting rich and like rich people are evil and stuff like that. But now you have a belief system that rich people are evil. It's bad to have money. So then when you get a course that helps you make money positioned in front of you, now all of a sudden you have a new belief system that, hey, that's bad, and you have to overcome that specific belief. Or maybe you develop the belief where a lot of people have gotten scammed by courses, and now you have a belief system that all courses are scams. Okay, so now you have to overcome that belief. So it's very important to understand beliefs of your consumer, because sometimes you might not believe. Sometimes, I'm not saying every product will have this, but sometimes there's beliefs that you have to overcome and beliefs you have to manage when you are advertising. Now, identity. Identity is more of who your customer currently is and who do they want to become. Okay, so this is really just understanding the identity of your consumer. And it's really important to understand this because, like, I'm gonna give you before I even really go into this, I'm gonna give you a very basic understanding of this. Okay, when you create the ads, and you put a person in the ad, when you film it in a specific location, the words you use, okay, the slang in that case, all of that comes back down to identity, okay? And a problem we used to have on my team was that my visual creators from Poland, okay? So my person who actively, edits the video content for our ads is from Poland, and he was taking his view perspective of Poland scenery and then adding it to our ads, which made all of our ads look like they were from out of country because we predominantly advertise in the USA for a lot of our brands. So we had to train him up on how to identify identity and all that good stuff, to where now he more focuses on, okay, what are the locations that this particular consumer is used to? What are the locations that our consumer is going to resonate with? Environment, things like that. What are the people? Is it a 21-year-old who looks like he's been powerlifting his whole life? Is it a 21-year-old who looks like he's just read books his whole life? Is it a 21-year-old who looks very successful and happy? Is it a 21-year-old who works a 9 to 5? What is the visual, kind of character that we need to place in that ad? That's really important right there. Okay, so that's something right there you have to look at. This is just looking at identity from a very just easy perspective. Okay, then it digs a little bit deeper into what is the identity we're selling to the consumer, and what is that new identity? What are the emotions that new identity feels? Okay, so for example, right now with me in the entrepreneur space, okay, I used to resonate with a lot of these very successful people because I'm like, hey, if only I could get there. They work a couple hours a day, they travel the world, they're successful, they're super happy, they feel all these amazing emotions. I want to be like them. So when ads sold me that specific identity, I resonate more with them than others. So it's very important to look at identity of who do they want to become. That's the more important thing than who they are now. It's still very important to understand who they are now, but you have to understand that an ad that sells a product or a service also sells a transformation, a new identity to the consumer. So it's also it's very important to understand that identity they want to become. Now, other products they've tried before yours. Okay, something super important here, because this will allow you to, one, it also allows you to see what they resonated before, but also two, it allows you to see why they were dissatisfied in those other products to improve your product. Okay, so let's say, for example, last 5 Facebook ad agencies they've worked with, they were super frustrated because of lack of communication, no real attention or detail to their account. Okay, well, when we sell them our agency, we directly call out the fact that we have 24/7 communication, that we spend extra time on their account for this specific reason, yada yada yada. Okay, so it's important to understand with other products that they've tried before yours and failed, that it's important to understand why they failed it's very important to understand why they were dissatisfied. And it's important for you to improve your product to not have those same things, or it's going to limit your potential with growing. Now, what are similar products that are being marketed to them? Okay, so let's say, for example, I run Facebook ads for people in this particular case. So what are similar products that are being sold to them that also have the specific outcome of business growth? Okay, well, you have Google ads, you have email marketing, TikTok, CRO. Doesn't actually have to be paid advertising. It's all specific just services that help with increasing business growth and business revenue inside of the business. Now, how to find this info? Very important right here. Okay, first off, you have your own data. Okay, this is your own data that you have on your website. Go look at your website reviews. Go look at what people are saying about your product. Look at the good and the bad. The bad's really important, because if you are not improving your business based off bad reviews, you're being unethical as a business owner. And it's very important to understand that bad reviews simply shows you what you need to refine on. It's not calling out your business. It's not saying bad things about your business. You know, a lot of people take these bad reviews as pure ego, and they try to delete them and shit like that, and they try to ignore them. Take those bad reviews in and use that to improve your business as a whole, and you're gonna go substantially further. Facebook ad comments, look at the comments that's on your ads. If you're already running ads, look at the comments on your ads. Social media comments, I highly recommend everyone be posting daily on their Facebook and their Instagram already organic, because it does help out with overall Facebook performance. Now, when I say that, that's like maybe 5% in terms of Facebook performance. So it's not like it's something that's going to make the difference between a 2x and 3x ROAS. It's like something that's going to make the difference between a 3x and like a 3.1x ROAS. That's it. Customer support questions and feedback, things you get on customer support, really big. You could take a survey. You can use something like JotForm or Google, blast out a survey to all your existing customers and ask them questions. Hey, why did you buy? What made you buy? What other products did you look at? What could you do? Like, you know, if we basically said, you know, we launch a new product, for example, what would you want to see? What could we improve? Like, just question them. Don't make it super long. Just 2-3 questions. Make it easy for them to fill out, and you get a higher response rate. And also to literally call customers and ask questions. Okay. Christian Guzman with Alpha Elite, he would, every time he would see a YouTube video review of his product, because again, this is like a $100 million brand. Every time he would see a video review of his brand, he would literally set up a time and call with that specific YouTuber and thoroughly go through their experience with the product so he could better understand the consumer. Now, competitors, another super big place, websites, product reviews, Facebook ads library. Really look at their beliefs they might be overcoming, the identity that they're selling people, the desires they're going after. Look at their Facebook ads library. Social media posts plus comments. This is also another really big one. Go to their Instagram. Go look at their Instagram tagged photos and see what competitors, like their customers, are saying about them. What they look like. How do they talk? All good things to look at. Now, YouTube, Reddit, and Google, going more after the forums and that perspective right there. Watch YouTube video reviews of competitor products. If you can find some YouTube video reviews of your product, look up that as well. Search questions related to the problem they're experiencing. So, you know, start like the very basic marketer is just going to say, hey, competitor X product reviews, and you'll find a lot just from looking at the consumer, the comments and stuff like that. You'll find a lot. But then the next level marketer is actually going to try to position themselves in the buying process of that consumer buying that product, and they're going to start searching questions related to that consumer, that buying, journey. Again, make sure you review the comments. Make sure you look at how that specific YouTuber is talking about your product. And if there's no problem, just examine people and really start to build ideas off their desires, beliefs, and identity. Okay, so for example, right now we have one brand where there is no problem. It's a clothing brand, and there's no problem at all. They don't bring any functional fashion to it, which functional fashion is basically like problem solve fashion. They just a pure fashion brand. So I'm just having to really study people and really try to figure out what do they want to feel? What's that identity that they really want to be, have in their life? And now I'm positioning the brand with the identity they want to feel, and I'm solving the problem of a specific identity that they want to feel. Okay. Amazon, super big place. Highly recommend Amazon. Go look up, your product. Go look up your competitor product. Also look at products that are similar to yours that solve the same problem. Look at the product images. Look at the customer reviews. Look at the product description. All those specific things right there. Okay. Very important. And lastly, another really good one is just simply use the product. I know some people who they literally just in it for the money and they don't care about their product at all. And I've also seen a lot of people who are very successful in our business who are passionate about their product. Become more passionate about your product. Use your product on a daily basis. Just using your product on a daily basis will give you a shitload more ad ideas specifically, but use your product on a daily basis, or maybe it's just not for you, but you know someone that the product's for. Make sure that particular person uses the product on a daily basis and consistently keep having conversations with that specific person. Now, here's a few things for you guys for advanced customer research. I'll give you guys some free game here. Review an ad that doesn't work. Okay. So let's say, for example, you run an ad already and it doesn't work at all. Okay. Well, what you want to do is you want to take that ad and you want to look at that ad and you want to ask yourself, what are the objections? What are the fears? What are the doubts? And what are the excuses that people are making to not buy from this ad? Okay. And you're going to stem ideas off of this. Okay. Now, this is an advanced level marketer. Just letting you know now. Stem ideas off of these of why they might not be buying for these couple of reasons, or why they're not like buying from this ad for these specific reasons. Then I want you to go ahead and research these ideas with the goal to solve them. Okay. And it's very, very basic right here. I'm saying this because it's very hard without actually going through a few ads. Okay. Now, where to store this data. Okay. So you start gathering all this data in on your consumer. Keep it simple. Okay. Every time you do a research session, just take a pen and paper and just start writing down ideas. Okay. Based off what you're researching. Okay. And then what you can do is you can keep a Google Sheet or a Google document file. Nothing sexy about it. We have a Google Sheet, nothing sexy at all. Literally, there's no template or anything like that because again, it's literally just a plain Google Sheet where I'm just pasting shit in it that says research. That's it. Okay. And then you can take all those key points and add them onto the file. Okay. Now, how often should you research? This is also something super big right here. I make myself and my team members, which I have a team of 3, so total team of 4 together, counting me. We each do 20 minutes of research a day. So each day, because again, I run an agency, so a lot of you guys are more brand owners. Each day, each team member picks a specific client, and then we spend 20 minutes a day researching. Okay. So Monday, I'll pick client 1. Tuesday, I pick client 2. Wednesday, pick client 3, yada, yada, yada. And that gives us a total of 400 minutes a week. I highly recommend, if you are a brand owner and you're only focusing on your own brand, 30 minutes a day is absolute a must. And lastly, super big warning is that many business owners have an ego, which prevents them from essentially, doing customer research because they think they know it all. Okay. I know my product. I don't need to do any of this. And what happens here is that they understand their consumer only one half of it, but they don't understand their consumer to be able to connect to them. Because the whole goal of being a good marketer is being able to connect to people. Okay. So they understand how to sell their product, but they do not understand how to connect to their consumer. Okay. I have a specific client right now. Super big on this. They have a super big ego and they're like, I know my product, blah, blah, blah. Just look at the customer reviews. You don't need to do any of this customer research. Just look at your customer reviews. Okay. Your customer reviews are a good place to look at, but the customer reviews does not tell you how to connect to future customers. Okay. Customer reviews is just telling you what customers like about your product. Okay. But to connect to future customers, you need to really understand their situation, really understand where they're at right now, and be able to reach into that and pull them in. Okay. So that's the big key thing there. So really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely, something new. So drop a comment below if you really enjoyed this type of video and everything. Make sure you hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And like I said, I do offer Facebook advertising services where I actually run your ads for you, or coaching where I actually coach you up in that particular case right there. So again, both those links are below. And hope you guys have a great rest of your day. My name is Nick Theriot. Peace out.